Hi, I'm glad you're here. I have an idea. I want to make another walking house, and I think I'm gonna do this guy. I really like his silhouette. It's very cool. It's cool because it's winter. I've cut out some walls for my building out of some balsa wood, and the great thing about balsa wood is that if you just use a little ball stylus, I'm using this one because it's pretty tiny, you can carve a bunch of detail into the wood. And it's way faster than laying individual planks of wood. So, I guess I'll show you how I do that. This actually works a lot better if you go with the wood grain. However, my stencil wouldn't fit in the other direction, so I'm just dealing with it looking not as good because frankly I just don't really care that much. And when you're done, it kind of looks like that. You can just pop your doors out and move on to the next thing. Using some popsicle sticks and square wooden dowels, I just created the trim for my house. Now that I have most of the trim done, I need to do the windows, and I want to add a few more like embellishments up here just to make it look nicer and not like popsicle sticks. So I know this looks strange, but this is going to be the base for our body. I've got our little house, and I trimmed down the side a bit because it was just a little bit too long. So I just cut a little section off of each side. So this is going to sit in here, but we're not ready to attach that for quite a while. I have to work on these legs and getting everything ready for me to actually set the house inside. And the roof, I think, is going to be the last thing that goes on because I want to be able to paint the inside before I mess with the roof at all. So let's do that. And what I think I'm going to do is start bulking out the legs in air dry clay. This is just like wire from a wire coat hanger, so it's pretty strong, but it's not the strongest. Like, it would hold up the weight, but I think it would still bend and end up cracking my clay later. So I want to bulk it out with something stronger than aluminum foil, so I think I'm going to go with an air dry clay and see how that goes. Look, I never have a plan when I go into a project. I kind of just go with what feels right and see if it works. I guess part of what's so exciting about a creative process to me is the problem solving you do along the way. Like, if I already know how to do every single thing, it's not as exciting for me. It's not that I want to fail, but it's exciting when you don't know if something will work, and then it does. And it might even be better than what you have done before. I also have to figure out the butt. I don't know if I want to make butt cheeks or not. I think if I give it a butt, it'll kind of probably be like Hank Hill. I like a Hank Hill butt. Very flat. As much as I'd love to give our house ogre a big voluptuous booty, I just don't think it will evoke the same loneliness. I'll let that dry And then I might even go over that with foil. I don't know. I'm probably doing all of this in the wrong order. But you know what? I don't really think there is like a wrong way to try new things.
2 days later.
Things are not going well. I sculpted the body and then I baked it too many times, so it is falling apart. But I'm hoping I can reattach everything and then fix it with silicone to hide my sins. Okay, let's do that. With the silicone, I'm hoping it will have a similar effect that my knight did, where I covered the mount in silicone to help blend the pieces together better and give it this like dry skin texture. That's what I'm gonna try to replicate with this. And hopefully it works, because if it doesn't, I don't know how to save this project. Despite how wrong all of this is going, it's kind of exciting when there's a problem to solve and something to figure out, even if it doesn't turn out as beautiful and refined as you were hoping your project would. There's something very fulfilling about turning something that could be disastrous and all hope is lost for your project, this is the end, into something else. And if I never tried the silicone technique on my knight, I probably would feel that there wasn't a good way for me to fix this. So, not too upset. I am a little upset, but not too upset. It's working! While the silicone dried on my creature, I decided to get some prep work done on the shingles and the little chair that I want to sit inside the house. I tossed some other ideas around, like perhaps putting a fireplace in or a set of glowing eyes, and then I realized I really didn't want to wire anything, so I didn't. I wish I had a better answer for why I didn't go above and beyond besides laziness, but I don't. The silicone was still drying, so I decided to start on the base.
Never take the tundra lightly. It can drive a man insane. You know what it is about this place? And get to a man? Not really. Have a look through here. What do you see?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I bulked everything out with some foil, and then it was a little too bumpy, and I didn't think the caulking would smooth really well on a first layer, so with some leftover clear caulking, I just did a base layer over all the foil bits to help create a smoother surface for the second layer that will go on later. While the base dried, I went back to my creature. Letting things dry is like my least favorite part of any project. I am way too eager to keep working. When I think about winter, I don't typically think about the holidays or hot cocoa or beautiful lights or winter treats. I usually think about the scariest winter monster there is. winter blues. I know people don't typically personify the winter blues as a monster, but it helps me. And this is the first year in a long time where he hasn't paid me a visit. So I felt like making a model that personifies the winter blues, you know, something cold and isolated, kind of weary, just wandering around, existing, kind of confused. I'm making my own personal wintertime boogeyman. I also just wanted an excuse to make another house with legs. I think it's mostly the second one. I finished up the wash and now I'm just finishing dry brushing over the entire creature. What I have left to do is stain the house, the doors, the windows. I have to make the roof. I have pieces cut for the roof already, but I have to assemble it all after everything else is painted. And then I need to add the snow to the base, add the model onto that, add snow on top of the model, add the trees, and then put snow on the trees. And then I'll be done. I think I can do it today. I should be able to do it today. I don't see why not. I think I'm gonna go with this like raw umber wash for the house. I feel like that will look... Oh, maybe that's too dark. I think it might be too dark. Okay. Well, it's on there now. The cabin is done, the body is done, which means I need to add the roof, add the base, add all the snow, and then add the little chair to the inside of the cabin, and then we'll be done. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is, so I should get to doing that. I have the very annoying task of shingling complete. It's time to paint this bad boy. Oh, I also have to add a chimney. I completely forgot about the chimney. It was finally time to add the second layer of caulk, so I smoothed that on with just a little bit of water on my paintbrush, and as long as you wash this out of your brush before it dries, it won't ruin anything. You don't really have to worry about this step being too clean, because once you add the snow on top, you won't see all the brush strokes. I built up a thicker layer of silicone where the feet will go because I wanted to make sure that when I put the creature on, it would properly adhere and also the snow would look like there was impact. I then started sprinkling on all of the snow. When you find yourself in Winter Wanderland, be wary of Winter Blue, the lone creature who lives there. If you see or smell chimney smoke rising above the trees, do not mistake it for a warm shelter to shield yourself from the cold. Misery loves company and can appear very inviting. Winter Blue wanders the woods, looking for anyone unfortunate enough to find themselves there. If Winter Blue finds you, do not go inside, for all you'll find is a lone chair and locked doors behind you. You'll sit there in that chair till spring arrives. Cut out some. You see, you see. This is too close to the to my table. Hold on. Right, buddy? Nothing? No reaction? Okay, you're going now? Babe, can you open this?